The heavens, the earth, and a million squirrels call to me. Huh? What? They don't? Aww, I'm kind of disappointed now. That sounds like it'd be so cool. Anyways, I'm Trigger Lily, bringing some more BlazBlue Continuum Shift. This time, player matches. That I had to search through like 100 different matches to pick out the best ones to put in this. And there's still some that couldn't make the cut because of one of the matches being like 4 minutes long. So far, it's been really awkward. I'm getting 100 matches so far, and yet I'm having a hard time getting really good matches now. These were all recorded back on like the 2nd or the 3rd of August. It's kind of disappointing, really, that I'm not getting good matches now. And I also discovered that a few people don't understand internet commands and for this game. I don't know why. I can understand a new player not understanding how to read the commands off the net, but someone that's been playing like since the original game was released and playing Guilty Gear before that doesn't understand them. So I'm going to explain a bit about that right now. First off, internet command lists usually show everything in a sequence of numbers and letters. The letters represent the buttons, while the numbers represent the direction that you have to move the joystick. The letters will pretty much always be listed in the original arcade style, so A, B, C, and D instead of the actual console commands. So I'm not gonna actually use the button names because I play on Xbox 360 and the game's also on PS3, and that just gets slightly confusing. So all you really need to know about those commands is that that A relates to a weak attack, B relates to a medium attack, C relates to a high attack, and D represents the character's drive attacks. As for the actual numbers, as I explained before, they relate to the actual directions you enter the commands. So if you see a command that's listed as in the actual game as a quarter forward, which will always relate from the first player position, no matter whether or not you're looking on the net or in game, would be 2, 3, 6 to be quarter forward. And as that only relates to player 1 position, that means that if you were trying to activate the command for player 2 position, you'd enter it as 214 instead. It gets really confusing, but after a while it's pretty easy to figure it out. All you have to really do when reading number directions is to look down on your keyboard on the number pad, and it's pretty easy to figure it out. 5B on the number pad represents the neutral position of the joystick. Oh. And I had to record every single one of these matches as replays because I've been having such massive lag from my router completely malfunctioning on me. Finally bought a new one, but it still does give me some problems when recording matches. It's not as bad as before, but it still does lag a little. Oh, time to play Tao. If you ever see me playing as Tao, chances are I'm not playing to be serious. You'll see in this match I'll be constantly using her taunt to counter moves and jumping over attacks like it's nothing at all. So I probably wouldn't be able to manage what I did in this match ever again, because I think I was just being lucky with all the random jumps. I think I have started learning a really lame combo with Tao that's nothing but basic attacks that eventually knocks you up into the air if you're not careful. And it is a combo that is not meant to be known by mankind because it is really annoying and cheap. Oh, the distortion is always painful to watch. So, granted, Tao, despite the fact that Tao's probably the dumbest character in the game, she's probably the funniest to watch in story mode and in matches, because she will basically just shoot across the screen from the absolute smallest attack. Plus she has a bunch of really silly projectiles where she'll actually end up throwing one of the Kaka kitties at you. At least she did in the original game. I haven't seen her do that yet. So far I've just seen her throw like bowling balls, fish bones, baseballs, which ironically if you, I don't know how this happens, but if you get behind Tao after she throws a baseball, it'll loop around the screen, come back, and hit you in the back if you're not paying attention. I have no idea how that happens, but it does. And she throws bombs too, apparently. I haven't really learned any besides that really cheap combo for Tao. I don't have the patience to figure out how to time all her drive attacks and make her shoot across the screen properly. After making an actual move list to save onto my computer, I figured out a few different tricks with Tao that I didn't know before. But so far I haven't been able to use them yet. Ooh, yay, finally a match using my main. This is something I haven't posted up ever. Even from the original game, I only posted a small arcade run where I got completely destroyed at the end, but wasn't using Noel for that. Granted, Noel's the only character I've managed to use to get through, what was it, Hell difficulty on arcade, and even then I still had to figure out a cheap way to get past Tager, who gave me such a hard time because he kept grabbing me in the middle of combos and just pile driving me into the ground for like half my health, which sucks. And they still improved one of its distortions to do even more damage than it did before. I'll have to post a video of that because it's just plain painful to see Tager use a distortion, no matter what it is. I've been getting... Zach complains a lot about Noel being cheap, but granted, compared to what he does with her, it's not cheap at all what I do. At least I don't use nothing but drive attacks. Compared to the guy who brushes across the screen every few seconds. This is the match that took up so much of the video time. I don't know. They never did this in the original one. Usually, if I did a player match, it'd be over in like 2 minutes, maybe. But I think it's just my guard has improved significantly from the original game. Probably too much time playing Carl since he has almost no HP in the first place. Luckily, they changed how barrier bursts work. I can't even remember the original term for them, but... No, the original term was barrier burst. I can't remember the new term they came up with, because it doesn't use your barrier anymore. It's... The original game, you'd go into a danger state if you used a barrier burst, and would lose like twice the HP every time you took a hit. But now, the only way to go into a danger state is to completely drain your barrier out by using it as a shield. And that doesn't happen too often. You're more likely to see a shield break before that happens. Which happened in the second round of the first match. And it really sucked because I might have been able to come back after that. Almost did too, but that shield break really threw me back. Oh wow. Hazama really annoys me sometimes. some of his attacks can get really annoying, and if you're against someone that shoots across the screen too much, then you spend more time chasing them across the stage than you do actually fighting. It gets really frustrating. Plus, hazama has like all these 20-hit aerial combos that can be really brutal if you find someone that actually knows how to use them. And it's really just the same hit over and over again in midair, but you have to, partway through it, you have to reattach yourself to them and then pull yourself back up into the air to continue it. And I walked right into that. Lame. Match is coming to an end. Sweet. Victory for me! I'll be cutting out here and leaving you with this Makoto versus Mu 12 match. Makoto was just released several days ago, so you can watch her awesomeness uninterrupted. This is Triggs signing out.
The heavens, the earth, and a million squirrels call to me! What? You don't?
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel, one, action, counter! 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 Counter!
My soul burns with the heat of 1,000 suns! Behold the power of you! There, change the face! Okay, there! Weak point!
Finish!
Press start to continue.
Makoto, win! Rebel, 2, action! Counter! Finish!
Now I'm hungry.
Makoto, win!